Often an effective way to present information in a document is to use a chart. For example, if I click the Insert tab in the ribbon and go to the Illustrations group, I have a button called Chart. There are many chart types I can select from, including line charts, pie charts, bar charts, and so on. But I'm going to stick with the first column chart, and OK. What happens is an Excel session opens up, and I'm just going to move this window over and resize it a little so I can see the chart in my Word document and my data at the same time. What I'd like to do for starters is replace Category 1, Category 2 and Category 3 with certain regions. For example, I'm going to type Rotorua in A2, Whakatane in A3 and Kawerau in A4. And these appear on my bottom axis, Rotorua, Whakatane, Kawerau. Where I see the legend Series 1, Series 2, Series 3, I'm going to replace B1 with a year, 2008. And Series 2 is going to be 2009, and Series 3 will be 2010. So I've got 3 years. This little piece of information here is very important. You can resize the chart data range by dragging the lower right corner of the range. For instance, I'm not using Category 4, so I'm going to drag the lower right corner up. And my chart automatically reacts. I'm now just seeing Rotorua, Kawerau and Whakatane for 2008 to 2010 being plotted. If I only wanted to plot 2008 and 2009, I drag the blue border to the left. And 2010 is now not being plotted on my chart. But if I drag the border back to the right, 2010 is now included in my chart. When you've finished entering your data, just hit the X in the top right corner of the Excel session and you'll be left with your chart in your document. Should you ever need to modify data, and that is now I want to include Tauranga, from the Chart Tools Design tab in the ribbon, click the button Edit Data in the Data group. So I'm going to click Edit Data. Immediately Excel reappears, and I'm just going to move this window over and size it so I can see my chart and data at the same time. Under Kawerau, I'd like to include Tauranga. And then I'm going to drag the bottom right corner of the blue border down to include Tauranga. And now my chart has Rotorua, Whakatane, Kawerau and Tauranga. And I can change the values if I want to. For instance, Rotorua might be 3. Whakatane might be 3 also. Kawerau is 4. And Tauranga is 4. Immediately my chart starts changing as I edit the data. When I'm finished editing the data, I'll hit the X in the top right corner and return to my chart in Word.